Imagine you're handed the keys to the most powerful empire on Earth, and told they expire in 72 hours. No refunds, no extensions. That is exactly the situation Constantine the Paleologos woke up to on May 27th, 1453. And here's the wild part. He already knew it. He just refused to leave. By the time Constantine took the throne in 1449, the Byzantine Empire was already a ghost. Centuries of crusades, schisms, and internal rot had shrunk the once vast Roman world down to little more than Constantinople and a scattering of fortresses. The world's most prestigious job title attached to the world's most underfunded operation. When the siege began on April 6, 1453, Constantine and roughly 7,000 soldiers were outnumbered nearly 10 to 1. Sultan Mehmed II was 21 years old, 21, and already dismantling a millennium-old empire. The cavalry wasn't coming. The 100 Years' War consumed France and England. Spain was finishing the Reconquista. The Holy Roman Empire was fractured. Apart from volunteers from Venice and Genoa, Constantine stood alone. When the promised Venetian fleet never appeared, he reportedly broke down and wept. Then he picked himself up and got back to work. On the night of May 28th, he did something no Roman emperor had done in 1,000 years. He removed his purple regalia, embraced his generals one by one, asked forgiveness of anyone he had wronged, and walked into the darkness toward the sound of Ottoman drums. That is not the move of a man in denial. That is the move of a man who has made his peace. At Hagia Sophia, candlelight filled the great church. Orthodox and Catholic, rich and poor, noble and beggar, united for the first time in centuries. Constantine knelt before the altar as the priest chanted. The last Roman emperor on his knees, in the last Roman church. History doesn't write moments like that. It earns them. So, here's where it gets personal. If you were Constantine, standing in that church knowing dawn brings the final assault, do you take the ships and survive, or do you stay and go down with the city? Comment your answer below. At dawn, the cannons roared. Constantine fought not as a king, but as a soldier among soldiers. When the walls broke, he tore off his imperial regalia and led one last charge. His body was never found. One man's final charge closed over 11 centuries of Roman history. No proclamation, no treaty. Just a last emperor, a broken wall, and silence. Empires don't only fall to armies. They fall when the last person willing to hold the line finally lets go. Constantine never let go. If this story lit something up in you, hit subscribe, because we're just getting started on the stories history buried.